Fun.
Hello, hello, and we are live.
Yay.
Welcome. So exciting.
I know. All right, welcome in. We're gonna let some people come in here. We're seeing how things are going. We already have 15 people queued up watching.
No.
Hello, everybody. So if you're watching, make sure to say hi. Drop a comment in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. My name is Lorenda Carr, and with me I've got Reverend Michelle Oyler and Carey Kaas. I just want
to be with both of you. This has been a long time in the making. And hello, everybody.
I know. And we got SCD here saying hello.
Oh, it's one of Michelle's peeps.
Yeah.
And all.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Hey, Stephanie. You know what? I'm not seeing the chat.
On the right side, it says on the right side, private chat, and you go to comments. Put it on to comments, and you're on your way.
I'm there. Awesome.
Hi, Sammy.
Hey.
We got all of our people rolling in.
Hey.
Nice.
Yay,
Good to see everyone.
Isn't that exciting?
Yes.
Yes.
So excited.
Excited. It's Halloween week.
It's Halloween week.
Best week of the year. Right now.
It is actually best week of the year. Hi, Sierra.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
I'm excited. Oh my gosh. You guys think this is a thing now, the three of us?
There's something happening. Yeah, there's something there.
Might be something to that.
Exactly. Hey, Mandy.
Hang out. There might be something that might be talked about this evening concerning that. I don't know.
That might be true.
Very interesting.
Hey.
Oh, hey, Pixie.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, how exciting. Yeah. Love all these people.
I do too. This is so sweet. And Marisol. Hey.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Holly. Hi, Marisol.
Yes.
Ooh, how exciting. Happy Sawin.
Happy Sawin.
Yep, happy Sawin.
Yeah, so I was just telling so for all of you watching, I was just telling Michelle and Carey, I'm like, listen, I'm along for the ride on this one because all I got on Sawin is like Outlander.
Yeah.
That is so authentic. And yet you're probably the most Sawinny of all of us with your
It's true.
You know, I'm a mutt. I'm sure Michelle and I are mutts for that. But.
I think what's going to happen is y'all are going to start talking about it. I'm going to go, oh wait, I did know this.
Yeah, exactly. It's by proxy. It's very true.
Listen, I'm in this for the decorations. Let's be real.
And the candy. Hi, Amy.
The candy.
Oh my God. And Ty Tin Whistle. I love that name, Tin Whistle. That's so
Tin Whistle. Hey, Anne.
Mm-hmm.
This is great.
Yay.
Everyone.
Oh my God.
Awesome.
So make sure you're copying this link and sharing it out to people, letting people know that we're live tonight. And if you can't stay the whole time, that's okay. Come back and watch us later because this will be on both Carey and I's YouTube. Yeah. We're still working on getting Michelle set up on all the cool things.
Oh, that's just another a couple weeks from now. She'll be set by the time we roll past Thanksgiving. Believe that.
Yep. By the time we're done with her, she's gonna be like,
would you like a course how to do YouTube channel?
I'm already like, whoa, already. I'm excited. I'm buckling up, ready to go, ladies.
So excited.
I love it. Yeah. All right. Well, okay. So let's do the thing. So we're talking about Samhain history. We're talking about how it links to Halloween, Day of the Dead. And then we may or may not have a little announcement to make later today. We might be doing some spirit messages. So we have a lot going on for the next hour and a half. So just kind of buckle up, hang in there. If you have to come and go, great. If you're going to go make dinner, just keep us,
Yeah. But that's not bring us on your laptop or your phone. We're fine with that. We don't have a problem. I do that all the time. I love it.
Actually, I do too. I love some of my favorite creators. I'll just listen to while I'm doing stuff around the house and just keep them in my ear.
Same. I love it. Oh my gosh.
So all right.
Oh, go ahead.
No. I was going to tell someone else to talk. That's what I was going to do.
Okay.
Okay, Michelle, you dive in. I will. I'll put my 10 cents.
I love it. Okay, I love it. I can get us started here, and I of course would love to hear from my two dear friends here. All right, sweet. So first of all, happy Samhain, everyone. This is, one of the most meaningful and mystical times of the year. I love this time of year. So Sawin, which, when you look at the word, it's hard to say Sawin when you're reading it because it looks like Samhain or something like that.
Kind of like Sam Hewen, but shorter.
Oh my gosh, I've never made that connection. That's brilliant.
Wait, I'm going to wear my Outlander crown while you all talk.
Yes. Do it.
I'm doing it because that's really all I got.
If you haven't seen Outlander, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You have to see Outlander. It's a great show. Yes, absolutely. So
my standing stones.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Absolutely.
Okay, go ahead.
Samhain is a Gaelic word, and it represents the sacred fire festival that comes just around it was October 31st and November 1st. Okay, so this was Samhain, which was this fire festival, and it marks the end of harvest, and it ushers in what the Celts called the dark half of the year. So we're in like this liminal time. This liminal time.
See what you did there.
Between light and dark. And it is a time of the cycle of life and death. And we see it all around us, like the leaves are letting go of the trees are letting go of their leaves. The plants are starting to die off and go into their hibernation, and so it's really this in-between time where we're letting go of the old and ushering in this time where we can start planting or manifesting new things, right? Because we're making room for something new. And it is believed that during this time of year, this in-between time, that the veil between the physical world and the spirit world, it grows really thin. So it is believed that during this time, it's a little more easy, if you will, or it's easier to sense and connect with those who have crossed over into the spirit realm. I also like to think of this time as a time of honoring our ancestors and our loved ones who have already made their transition into the spirit world. In general, I think of this time as just being, it's for mediums and sensitives, right? It's just truly a beautiful, magical, spiritual time. So I'm really excited that we're here. We're going to be talking about this. It's really exciting to me. Before I move on, Carey, anything you'd like to add?
That was so beautiful. I love representing. And so a lot of people ask, like, where did Sawin originate? And as you heard this so beautifully illustrated by our friend Michelle, that's the Celt version of this time of the year. But really, many, many cultures, both Norse, probably Hindu, I would say more than likely Greek, and Hellenic, I should say, and also African Americans as well as Africans and countries throughout all Mexico. They all have their way, especially at certain times of year when they really honor their dead and the loved ones in the spirit world. And so this is something in our American and northern culture that we have disconnected from. And so it's our hope, especially as healers and mediums and teachers, that all of us can learn these practices that incorporate into our lives that are meaningful, that work for us. So you can do Sawin, you can create your own experience, and something with your ancestors. An ancestor altar is also a wonderful thing. And you can have an ancestor altar throughout the entire year, a way that you connect and have a space in your home where you can ask your ancestors to come and be with you. And that can be very simplistic and non-complicated. And remember, your ancestors always like to be in the busiest part of the house. They want to be in the living room. They want to be in the kitchen. They want to be in the dining room. They want to be where you're living and connecting. And thinking of things you'd want to bring them. Maybe you want to bring them some tea or something to drink or some food, pictures, candles. I love bringing my ancestors plants and something to drink. I have my grandmother's teacup on there with pictures. So things that you find that are very personal to you and your loved ones, where you can invite their energy to come in closer to you, is a really great way. And so that's a wonderful part of this time of year, but can do it all year long.
Yeah, I love that. Lorenda, anything you want to add to this?
No.
Okay, fine.
And, you know,
okay.
You'll get in there.
Yeah, I'm adjusting my energy here. No, but no, I'm fascinated by it all too, because yes, I was telling ladies, I'm all about Halloween, but I'm seriously, I'm in it for the decorations. I'm in it for the decorations, the candy, the costumes, being the dancer that I am. So from this is actually a really good learning experience for me as well. And what's really fascinating is I really didn't even understand Samhain at all, even though I'm a medium and I do this work. I just function in a different part of it.
Yeah.
And so it's been fascinating to start, just since meeting Carey, even learning about the witchy side of things, about learning about the paganistic side of things, about learning about these traditions and learning about altars and just learning about all these things that I never knew existed because I'd never experienced them. So I'm loving, I know that I'm going to love this discussion because I know I'm going to learn a lot. And of course, I'm going to throw in my smart aleck remarks occasionally.
Of course, because you have to.
Yeah.
You have to, absolutely. I'll show you one quick thing, 1 second, that I have, because I decided I always have a candle for my family. It's always a white candle. So I got this one. This is specifically for my family. And then I have my parents' wedding photo. Right now I found this. And it's just yes, that's for me what it would be. It could have it all year long, but I know they love being here. So that's just a little something small you can do, because I know they want to be where I'm working because they're nosy. So they are nosy. I'm going to close my door because the dog opened the door. So hang on.
All right.
Teddy.
My familiar cat is right here next to me. So yeah.
I love that.
Yes.
My dog's not allowed downstairs because she tears up the carpet. And eats things that she's not supposed to. And so we let her exist upstairs.
Okay. Well, I really appreciate, Carey, that you're bringing in like more of a global perspective on this. Of course, I'm just kind of looking at how did we get to Halloween and what are the pagan, right? Because Halloween, since my earliest memories, was my favorite of all the holidays or celebrations, right? And it wasn't just the candy, although that definitely had something to do with it, of course. But that, like you're talking about, Lorenda, just the dressing up and kind of the eerie, mysterious side of everything, and it was just a lot of fun. But
and even down to like the horror movies, so this time of year I am watching all the like Psycho, and we just watched a series called Monster, about Ed Gein, the serial killer. I'd never heard of him, but guess how many movies were based Psycho. I'm into that side of the creepy stuff. That's where I am. And I think that's probably because of my dance background, my theater background, my wish to be a famous person, and on screen. So I feel like I am the epitome of commercial Halloween.
Well, where the costume started? Dressing up in costume started.
I used to know this. Didn't it have to do with it was like they assumed it was like little ghosts that were walking around in disguise,
especially Day of the Dead. But they when you put on something, then they know that you're saying hello to them. It's a way of recognizing them, and it's connecting them from this plane to the liminal, like Michelle said, from this plane to that plane. That's where it all began. Scaring the ones away, that could be part of it. I think it was, the thing is, you have to remember that Sawin predates Christianity. So Christianity is the one that made things evil. I know I am a deconstructionist. I apologize. I can't help but go to but that is a way for some. Wearing some masks is part of it. I don't know if it's Sawin per se, because they love a good pagan. They love a little scary something for a lot of reasons. But that's another thing about the masks and stuff. Yeah.
Well, I know like the ancient Celts, they believed that there were monsters and fairies that weren't always nice. Right? And some of the nature elementals might try to trick them or steal them away in the night or whatever. So they would try to camouflage and look like one of the nature creatures. Right. So they would dress up. There are a lot of really cool, you'll find them in different locations throughout the globe, but different customs about the dressing up, going door to door, kind of like the trick-or-treating, and singing songs, and then the homeowner would give them a treat, like a little sweet cake or something. So yeah, I think that's what I find really exciting about it. We can even look at how Christianity tried to jump in there and take over at some point, but the pagan customs, they survived. It was like relentless. People were like, no, we love our traditions in this Samhain, these Samhain traditions. We're going to keep doing this, and to me, I think it's exciting. It's exciting to look at the different links that have connected over to what we in this Western culture still celebrate, which is kind of
it's cool. Very regional too, isn't it? With pagan traditions, it's very folk and regional based, depending on, like you said, where you grew up, what was around you in proximity, which I really love that, because then you're really connecting with the land, the people, the customs, and that's the thing about Americans, is because we're a melting pot. So if you want those things, that's why I'm saying it's so fantastic to like develop your own things. If you link on to like the Wheel of the Year from Celtic, I think that's a wonderful to do, because it's just so beautiful and connected in so many wonderful ways with even holidays we celebrate, but also the changing of the seasons, which of course, who doesn't love that?
Right. Absolutely. Right. So Samhain, Halloween, falling halfway between the autumn equinox and the winter solstice, right? So it's almost like nature's way of marking transition, if you will. Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
So in the Celtic history, it's interesting that when the final harvesting was completed, people would put out the fire in their own homes, like they'd put out their hearth fires, and then Druid priests would light this big communal bonfire, and they would pray over it and they would bless it. And then when all the harvesting was finished, families would come out and they'd take a single flame from that and then relight their fires in their homes. I love this symbol, like the symbology behind it. But evidently the Druid priests would light this communal bonfire with a wheel.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Right. So it was like a sacred sun wheel, and they would get the sparks off this wheel, and that's what and the wheel representing the cyclical nature of life and death, and also the light, the fire. It's as if to say that they wanted the sun to usher back in, right? Like kind of a shout out to the sun. We know you're leaving us for a time being, but please return, Yeah,
we need you back. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I can only imagine how much fun this would have been, because like, in addition to the big bonfire and all that, there would have been feasting and dancing and just a time of community and gratitude. It was just a beautiful time. It was also a time of caution, kind of like what we were talking about earlier. Like they really worried that the veil was thin, right? So that made it easier for the fairies and the spirits and even some of their legendary monsters to make their way into their communities. So some of the traditions based on that, like just keeping all of that at bay, some of those traditions are kind of interesting too.
They definitely have great reverence for obviously you said nature spirits, the fae, but the elemental realm, and how unpredictable it is, like you said, and also we'll have to have that conversation sometime, because I started meeting like elemental energies, which is a very interesting thing, and to have, it's like the ocean. You have great respect for it, unpredictable, and she do what she want to do. You know,
she do.
Yeah.
But it's true. I think that I like how that sort of lives on, and then you realize that it's not just you dominating the earth. It's not. It's we have to be in harmony with nature.
Right. Exactly. Absolutely. It would be interesting to know, like, for those that are here, like, maybe you could type this in the chat. If number one, you believe there are nature spirits, which I'm going to guess most of the people here are going to say, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
I've met a few, they say.
Yes, right. Mm-hmm. And like, have you, yes or no, have you encountered any? Have you seen any? I have. Like, I know that these legends that they talk about, I've seen little balls of light in nature. And yeah, I mean, it's really exciting to me. I always get a good vibe with them. I'm never afraid or feel like I need to protect myself so much. But I mean, you know, yeah, anyway, I can only imagine. I'm sure a lot of these legends are based in truth and some based in imagination. I would guess, you know.
And maybe also it'd be interesting too, just sometime, well, we'll talk about this. We'll have to chat with a Druid priest. Just, I would love to do that, you know.
Oh my gosh, right?
Because
be so cool.
That would put that on the list, Lorenda.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Anyway, yeah, that's a good one. But yeah, I think it's fascinating. You know, and I love them too very much. I love the Fae. I love, you know, elementals. I love, you know, I love it all. I think it's just that not dominating and having reverence and respect, like you said. I think that's the key thing with that, because otherwise maybe they can do a little bit of shenanigans and other things. But if you're living in harmony and also connecting with them, they're not going to really connect with you unless you would have respect. I think that's part of them.
You know what? I had never experienced or seen or felt the fairies until I was at Camp Chesterfield, and I was walking along with Michelle, you know, Jenny Moss.
Yeah.
Walk on with Jenny Moss and another mutual friend of ours. And she goes, "Oh, look, a fairy's waving at us." I was like,
oh my gosh. Yeah.
There was no wind. There's a whole bunch of, there's like a patch of little leaves, like little wheat, like little, I forget, some plant of some kind. One leaf out of like 100 was going.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's amazing.
And Jenny was like, "Oh, hi, you must be a fairy." I'm like, what did you say? What was that?
Exactly. The frequencies are very different. Cheryl's like, "I have seen fairies at camp." That's so exciting.
Well, now that I'm more aware of what they feel like and what their energy is, and now that I've like just kind of opened my mind to so many different possibilities. This was a couple of years ago even. And I was like, well, this is fascinating. And now I've got one that accompanies me when I go to camp. There's one, and when I do there's a few other things that I do that I've got like a little fairy dude that hangs out with me. I was on girl, Carey, I got things to fill you in on.
I know. I'm like, I can't wait to go back to camp, because I was like, we should do an investigation with just the nature spirits over there.
No kidding. But then I found like a little fairy area that I didn't know existed. Found that last week.
I saw the video of you doing that. Was amazing.
And then today I was on a property in Carmel, Indiana, doing a little bit of investigating for a homeowner. And I'm like, that's a fairy tree. Yes. Like it kind of fell out of my face. And I was like, he goes, "What's a fairy tree?" I was like, good question.
Because it just tells you.
The tree, there were two of them, and it's like the trees spoke to me.
Right.
Yes.
And that's what I mean. Is one time I was shown the last year, the elemental level at its full potential, and different than our spirit level and our liminal space, their liminal space. It's like kind of chaos a little bit, but it's because it swirls at such a different vibration. But the frequencies is just absolutely fascinating. That's what I was saying, the different frequencies. And it's like all these different radio stations and vibrations and super interesting.
And I think once I learned how that kind of worked, how my brain and body could understand that, all of a sudden now I know how to tune into that, and they know how to.
Wow, because you're a medium, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, but, you know, even mediums, they're even just as a basic level medium, sometimes we don't get all that stuff. We're not all into the woo.
Yeah, that's wouldn't be me. But I hear that.
Yeah.
People are great, but other stuff's like very fascinating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Human spirits are great, but they're clunkier.
Mm-hmm. That's true. So
yeah.
yes, I'm all about the fairies now. The fairies.
Yeah, absolutely. I know. With three of us, a lot of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Well, fun. Really fun.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I'm a firm believer that all legends are based on some truth.
Yes.
You know, there's something there. And I'm grateful that, like, so many of I'm looking at some of these comments. This is awesome in the chat.
Yeah.
So many of us have seen the evidence. Like, we don't have to believe, we've seen it, which is great. I love it.
Yeah, it's such it's a fascinating, and this is something we talk about mediumship development even. It's an amazing feeling when you go from, I believe this could be true, to, oh, I know.
Right.
From belief to knowing.
Yeah.
And so I will talk about things like a fairy tree to a total stranger today. that it didn't occur to me that maybe that's not a language he spoke.
Well, he did invite you in to check out the energy. So there is an opening there.
He did. It was a very cool conversation, but still, like, there is that transition from believing,
of course,
and to knowing, and just speaking it confidently, like everyone else should just deal with it and get on with it.
Yeah. And I think I think it would be a great field study for any of us as mediumship teachers to, like, maybe do case study work with our students, and to, like, go into places we find to be interesting in nature or anything that inspires us. And then just to see what frequencies you pick out. Now, I want to speak just a tiny bit on this topic because I interviewed one of the most wonderful humans I've ever met, named Scott Kloos. He's an herbalist, but he's also he's a rewilder. So that means he forages plants and uses them for remedies and healing. But he and his students go in and study and communicate with specific plants, and they also connect with, and they do a very long, very in-depth study. They don't just go, isn't this fun? Let's do it once. They go in and they all go into one area. They spread out. They go connect and meditate with the same species of plant or tree or bush. And they come back and they have their field studies. If I could tell you the amazing, and he came and spoke with my students, and this was one of the most beautiful humans I've ever met. His sensitivity is incredible, but also he uses the yarrow tree, I think it is, for frequency medicine to help heal people that are sensitive, to not have a defense mechanism, but to be able to change their frequency. It is incredible. There's so many amazing people doing amazing things with nature and these sublime things that we don't talk about, or we think are just sort of, nonsense to most people, but it validates and verifies it so much. It was pretty much an immaculate conversation about energy work and ethics and working with nature. Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
Absolutely.
Dreamy. Yeah. Yes. Scott Kloos? Oh, I was like, do you know him? No, she's just writing it down. Oh. That's know him? Please. He is one of the best humans I've ever met. For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very special here in Oregon. Oh my God, see? Someone knows him.
That's amazing.
He's a gem. See, everybody look him up. He is he's an angel on this earth as an earthling. He's an amazing. Mm-hmm.
It makes me sad that, especially in Western culture, how we have gotten so far away from those ancient practices. And while it was not always a perfect practice, it just makes me sad, because what I'm finding interesting is more and more, even modern medicine practices are incorporating not spirituality. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh my gosh, it's left my head.
It's okay. You had a weekend.
I did.
Ancient practices,
and just old medicine, old ways of doing things. I guess.
Yeah.
What is the word? Oh my gosh.
It's okay, man.
I'll call you both at 3 a.m.
Just like you telepath us. We picking up what you're
literally. It's literally a common word. It's literally like a whole wellness. I forget.
Holistic.
Yes.
Holistic.
Okay. All right.
I told you it was a
You're getting ready for mediumship. That's what it is.
Is that it? Well, yeah, I think I've been kind of in my zone since I did that place earlier, because I was kind of wonky earlier.
Yeah.
So
there's so much to it. There's so many beautiful things and so many beautiful things to explore and for all of us to learn from. And is my hope, and this is why I'm so interested in forward thinking astrology, I think, because I think about cycles of things, because astrology, as we know, based on astronomy, has been around for thousands and thousands of years, and really understanding how we are going through a time of deconstructing things that we have laid upon the earth into something more in harmony. And so we're going to try to keep that vision. We're going to keep it moving, that the old ways are going to crumble. That part ain't pretty.
Right. Yeah.
Not pretty. But we just keep we keep finding these things. We share it together as communities.
Yeah.
And Timmy, you're fine.
All right. I want to get back to Michelle's thing over here, because I'm looking at our agenda. I'm like, ooh, let's talk about the next thing.
Okay, so let's get back on track. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
this is my job tonight.
Do what?
This is my job tonight.
Yes. So is there anything else we want to say before we move on?
Yes.
But I want to talk about, like, when Pope Gregory in the 9th century decided that Sawin and pagan activities weren't really in alignment with the times, because, it didn't really fall in alignment with the church. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
So, right.
I do.
Yes. Yeah. So Pope Gregory in the 9th century declared Samhain would then be called All Saints' Day. And it was going to be on November 1st. And it was going to be a day just really devoted to remembering, honoring the martyrs and the saints. Of course, this, evolved from the Catholic tradition. The
good Christians.
Yes, it was a time. Yes, the virtuous ones, right? Yes. So remember the virtuous ones, exactly. It was a day of prayers and asking for guidance from the divine. I don't, that's all beautiful. I don't have a problem with that. But here's what was really interesting is that, so he supposedly tried to do away with these awful pagan traditions, which, I'm saying that obviously, tongue in cheek, but they continued.
Yeah.
The people continued doing them. And so much so that finally he had to accept it, and he realized, oh my gosh, okay, so we're going to go ahead and we'll declare October 31st as All Hallows Eve.
Right.
And, of course, something hallowed is something holy. And then that just evolved into what in our Western culture we now call Halloween. But I think what I just love about it is that when people feel something so innately and in their hearts, and there's so much passion around it, I'm kind of saying this for the times right now too. Yes. When the people believe in something, you can't kill it. You can't do away with it. And I see our Halloween traditions, and especially our Samhain traditions, which, the Samhain traditions have been revived due to like the Wicca practice, right? Like in the 1980s is when you started seeing that start to evolve a little bit more, which is really cool. And there are people who really are still practicing those pagan traditions, which I think is really awesome too.
Yeah. And finding it after leaving mainstream religion, after feeling so disenfranchised, disconnected, and also misrepresented. And anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. No. Yeah.
I mean, it's phenomenal. The thing I love too, because I can say probably I think that Sawin was so obviously prominent, especially in Ireland, and how the Irish culture is so freaking, cheeky. They're literally saying, we will not conform, which is what I love so much about Irish culture,
Absolutely.
is that they have fought and tooth and nail for their autonomy and their independence, right? And that just speaks of that fighting spirit. And that goes on today, even with the things that are in modern times. If you look at Irish everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Scrappy.
And also not listening to anybody else and doing what they think is right, which I think is phenomenal.
Yeah. So Lorenda and I and Carey, we'd love for you to come to the Snug with us, but we love this little Irish pub that's here in Irvington, in Indianapolis, called the Snug. And they even have this, the neighbor's cat, black cat, will come over into the bar some nights, into the Snug, the pub. And his name, you know what his name is?
What?
Sawin.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so freaking perfect.
I know. It's awesome. It's just awesome. It's awesome. But so speaking of Irish immigrants, right? When they were coming to the USA in like the 19th century, of course, they brought a lot of their traditions with them and a lot of Samhain traditions. One of my favorites is the jack-o'-lantern, right? I love this story. So evidently, according to Irish legend, there was this man named Jack who was so wicked and so mean that when he died, he was condemned to walk the earth with just a pumpkin as his head. And so therefore we have the jack-o'-lantern. Yes.
Love that. And they made him lose a few teeth, so he wasn't pretty to anybody.
Right. It's kind of fun.
I love that. I feel like I've heard that before. That is so awesome, though.
I had not heard that. Or if I had, I've completely forgotten it. So now it's a little surprise.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love it.
It was fun.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, so back to like the Day of the Dead, or I'm sorry, like All Saints Day, right? Which across the ocean, we had kind of the same idea in our Mexican celebrations of, and oh my gosh, let me see if I can pronounce it. Dia de los Muertos. Is that close?
That's Muertos. And listen, that's about as good as I get. Don't
you say
I
even tried to practice.
Don't even say it, just because I grew up in California and that's all I got. That's
counting on you.
That's appropriation totally on my part, but I've heard it in the back of my subconscious enough.
All right.
But please feel free to call me out.
No, yeah,
same. You're trying.
Like I tried. I'm gonna say it that one time just to honor it.
Tammy she's Latina. She would know.
Darn it! I wish
she speaks beautifully.
Yeah.
It's like, Tammy, can you hear me?
Yes, close. It was close. Well, just for the sake of not butchering that again,
we all know what it is.
The Day of the Dead. I love this celebration. And it's held, isn't it November 1st and 2nd? It's like a 2-day kind of, yeah?
I think that is correct. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I just love this. It's this beautiful time. I think what I love the most about it, it's not a time of mourning.
Right.
It's celebration.
Celebration.
But they're coming back.
Yes. They're going to spend time together.
Yeah.
That was actually, in the Middle Ages, they had something similar to that called the Dumb Supper, which was where, the family would, during Samhain, would set a place at the table for their loved one who had departed.
Yeah.
And then they would put their favorite food on the plate. They would invite them in. They would even leave the windows and doors open so that they could come in. And they would catch them up on all the things that had happened that year, right? I really feel like there are some, like we were talking about the links between Samhain and Halloween. I think there are links here with Day of the Dead too, because they for this celebration, we would build like these beautiful altars to honor our family members, and pictures of our loved ones, and even some of their favorite things might be on there. Their favorite foods would be on that altar. I just think it's beautiful. A time just to honor and remember our loved ones in celebration, right? Yeah. Such a beautiful thought. I just love it.
Beautiful. And energetically, knowing, I was like explaining this last weekend, but what does it create? Because I'm breaking it down. Like, how does that create the honoring them? Yes, but how, from a spiritual sense, from the DNA, the spiritual DNA of our loved ones, honoring them, connecting with them brings them back closer into our field energetically. So there's the tie-in why so many people in many of these cultures then connect with their ancestors regularly through divination, through meditation. Like I keep saying, my friend Keisha Kay, she's a hoodoo practitioner and also has taught classes for my students, and how she connects with them regularly, asks for advice. You know, she has specific decks, tarot decks she works with to connect with her ancestors. And throughout the entire year, she's like obviously honoring that their energy should be the one who can help you the most first, because they've already gone through the hardships. They've gone through the difficulties being a human. And I just been adopting that the last few years, and it's just completely changed my spiritual practice. I think it's so enriching. I know, and I'm still very new to it after just 2 years. But.
Yeah. Well, I feel like things like this, these rituals help us feel closer to our loved ones. You know, a lot of people will pay a medium or want to talk to a medium to try to connect to their loved ones. When doing this kind of work and learning how to do this, you feel your loved ones closer. You sense them. You're going to get more messages from them, and you don't need to pay someone to do it. You don't have to pay a medium to do it. I always feel bad when someone sits in my room and says, "Can you tell my loved one da 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 da?" I'm like, "Yeah, did you hear that?
Did you hear it?"
Yeah.
You know what response, please? Okay. Anyway, the only person that needs translating is from the spirit sometimes to them, but if they have the tools, right. And I think that's where an altar comes in. And I tell people all the time, you know, it doesn't matter how, if you believe, it doesn't matter. Like sometimes you just have to, you take that one thing and you go, I'm going to assign this to Grandma Scott.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
And when you touch that, or you see something that looks just like it, that's going to be your human vibration connection that you assigned, and you're going to feel them closer. You know, and I think I think it would behoove more people to understand the purpose of altars. It's not just like, it's not altars like they expect to be celebrated on an altar.
Yeah, it's all year round connection.
Let's be clear. I want an altar and I want someone adoring.
Oh, of course you do.
But
now, today you do.
Today.
Yes.
I'll wait till I'm dead to do this.
All right. We're going to work on that.
That it's just a good way for that physical something for spirit and the human.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it keeps you from having to pay a medium to do the job.
Right.
Yeah, like I have a couple of decks that I brought mine out today. This is the deck I communicate with my ancestors with. I have 2 actually that I do. And so it's specifically just for ancestor work. And so I just cut, the messages are just like, it's just enriches everything. That's optional. Nobody needs to do that. But it's something that if you like symbolism, or if you could assign anything, a book of poetry, it could be anything that you're channeling, which is so wonderful. You know, it's wonderful.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting as mediums. One of the things I've noticed is that our loved ones who go on into spirit want to communicate with us.
Yes.
And they do. They want to. They want us to be awake enough and to use our phantom senses to be able to detect their energy and their presence. They want that. And I used to think early on when I was first developing, why do they want to talk to us so badly? And then I got to thinking about it. When I make my transition, I'm still going to care about my loved ones who are here. And from my new perspective, free of the human puller.
The mortal oil.
Yes, right. Thank you. You know, where I can offer some good advice. Of course, I'm going to want to come back and talk to my loved ones. And right. So they're trying to talk to us. if only we'll really listen, and when that one leaf is moving and nothing else, there's no wind blowing, like Lorenda was describing,
Right.
you know, they're giving us signs if we're just willing to watch and listen and accept it. Yeah,
I love it.
And I think with Samhain, Halloween, whatever, this is that time where that veil is thinning, and so I feel like many more of us, whether you're a medium or not, starts feeling, sensing. There might be now an occasional tapping on the window, and you're like, "What was that?" Nobody's there, because that veil is thinning, where spirit can get to us a little bit easier. You know?
Yes. Because we're not so distracted. And also, it's the other thing. It's what we say. If you look at the seasons, obviously, when, like Michelle was saying, that, I mean, that all is represented when we're out in the sun, we're outside, we're harvesting, we're planting, we're physical. And then when we're reaping what we've sown and bringing it in, now we're moving into the season of Scorpio, which is much more internal, reflective, in depth. So we're paying attention to our senses, and we're not as pulled to the outer. You know, things.
Yeah. So yeah, I love that, because, you know, I used to wonder if I'm not an astrologist, but like I love it and I believe in it, and I always wondered if there was an astrological connection to that, with the veil being thinner. And that's cool. Yeah, the moon, is it the moon that's moving into Scorpio, or?
Yeah, so we astrology wise, we've moved into the season of Scorpio. So we have, which of course, then we're only talking northern hemisphere, because southern hemisphere, you know, which is not where Sawin started. So that makes more sense that they're they're still Scorpio, but they're moving into spring in like Australia, New Zealand, etc. But I will say, yes, I think that it's part of it. I am starting to in-depth study astrology, and that deep dive, you know, there's so many layers to it. You could study it for years and never be done. But the synchronicities and the layers to it is so, oh my gosh. I mean, it is unbelievable, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Really unbelievable. I mean, it's almost like that's where the science is. If you want to know where science is, it's in astrology.
It's amazing.
So true. Energetically, it's mind blowing. And how many people do you know started their journey or their interest in the paranormal or in mediumship, whatever, because the horoscope? Because that was such a big thing when I was growing up in the 70s and 80s. Like, I read, if I didn't read a single other thing in the newspaper, I read my horoscope every day.
And because that speaks to your mysticism, your mystical self, your spiritual self. It says, as much as I'm going to get from what is in my societal realm, I'm going to grab onto it and just go. You know, it makes so much sense.
Right. Yeah. And if you want to ever do an experiment, just go backwards. Look at the end of the day. Look at your horoscope and look backwards on it. See if it made sense. Right. Anyway, let's go back to Sawin.
And exactly. It's fascinating. So many great topics to talk about.
I know.
Yeah, endless. Like, I would love to know, maybe people can put this in the chat too, how many people are experiencing right now during this liminal time when the veil is thinner? How many people are experiencing more paranormal activity in their homes right now, for example?
We are too.
Big time.
Yeah, and then walking the grounds of that house that I was on today.
Yeah, I bet. I bet.
It was a lot. And I think that's kind of why, and I'm wondering if that's why, because I'm really good about, once I leave a place, I'm like,
you're very good with.
I'm very much about turning it off, and I don't know that it ever fully disconnected or disengaged. And I have felt like almost like my symbol for that, and it makes me go, okay, do I need to eat bacon and salt, or because I'm having low blood pressure, or am I plugged in?
Are you thinking about, that makes a lot of sense.
But looking at what I've eaten the last 3 days, I don't think it's that. I don't think it's my blood pressure. Just saying. But just noticing and feeling, and I know that I just seem to know things right now that I don't normally, because I am such one of those boundaries mediums.
Yeah.
I'm huge on that. Huge.
But I also feel like you're redefining it based on your own curiosity, and that's coming from your own exploration and interest. So therefore you're more open to like, oh, I wonder if it could also be this. And then you're getting that information because more guides or other pieces of information are coming to you, because it's not so much, oh, it's a spirit, I'm closing off. It's more, oh, it could also be this thing. So it's curiosity probably.
Yeah, could be. Or it could be like right now, just the veil is thin and we're all feeling it.
Yeah, for sure.
So there's the question. Is the veil truly any thinner right now? Or is this more a collective response because we're all thinking about it? And astrologically, moving into Scorpio, which is a more hidden, inner, subconscious, right? So is it that we're just more sensitive to the spirit realm, to other energies, that we, what you seek is seeking you kind of thing? We're seeking it right now a little bit, or expecting it. And so therefore we're tapping into it. Or is there some science, maybe we don't have we can't prove it at this moment, but is there science out there that would verify it?
I feel like there's science. I feel like, because there are too many people that don't believe in anything that experience during this time of year.
I just think also it's very much connected to the seasons and how we have less light. That's a piece of it. And then I also think it's planetary. I think that's part of it. And then I also think it's very much, we are in rhythm with the earth and like the seasons changing. So we're bearing, we're going within. I think it's a lot of these different layers of things. Personally, that's my feeling.
And if we function from the place of frequency and vibration, what about this time of year? Like Carey was saying, is it that there's more dark time?
Yeah.
Is it that
the earth shifting?
And also, not just that, but like, think about it. If we attract what we vibrate, okay, if I go from that simple point of view, I get depressed because it gets darker sooner. I love summer. So when I get,
well, you're also a Leo, so you are a solar species.
Correct. So does that mean all of us people who've been thriving the last, 6 months in the warm weather, or the last 4 months in the warm weather, as our energy drops, does that pull certain people like myself closer to not a lower frequency necessarily, but are we going to be more inclined to be closer to that energy frequency?
Yeah. And then I also
the radio station, the
it's
radio
all connected very much so too. Also, I love all these comments. I think it's probably a couple of things. I think it's collective, like Michelle was saying. I think it's multi-layered.
I agree.
I think it's all connected, but I also think, and then each person, how they are affected by light is very interesting. That's a whole piece of it,
Yes.
And you guys in Indiana and us in the Pacific Northwest, we get gloomy sometimes, and so we have that occasion. It's so many layers. It's fascinating though.
Don't worry, it's going to be global warming soon. So we'll just have light all the time. It'll be warm all the time. I'll be good. It'll be fine for us.
It's global warming, though, according to some people. Okay. Amber said, I've had more instances of just knowing things and connecting with ancestors and goddesses has been easier for me over the last year. Very cool.
Yes. And that does make sense. When my friends were in town, we were going I just walked into an antique store and like I was being drawn to specific things, and then I was knowing things. I thought, oh, there's a book here with Robert Frost.
I heard you talking about that.
And I pick up the book and I'm like, I put it down. My friend picks it up and she's like, Robert Frost is in the book.
Yeah.
But that's with me out in the wild, not super plugged in. I had not meditated. It was just, I just knew things. And I think it's just that time. For me, I just associate with time of year, but I bet there's more in-depth. Here's my point. I bet there's more in-depth studies that have been done by the in those universities that have those metaphysical degrees, that offer those programs. I'd be interested to.
Speaking of which, I heard there's a season 2 of the telepathy tapes. Who said that? I heard that when the talking more about mediums, going to mediums.
Nice.
I need to watch.
I know you and I can do that together. We'll make it our thing. Maybe
let's do that as a date. It'll be one of our Tuesday dates.
Yeah. Okay, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the telepathy tapes, those were amazing.
I know, and I know. So Lorenda and I need to bone up, and then don't listen to until we catch up, Michelle, and we'll go together.
Okay. Yeah. This tells me.
Lorenda and I will binge because we can do that.
I did. I wanted to start it, and there are like 14 or more episodes, I think, if I remember correctly. And I swear, like in a weekend, I listened to all of it. Yeah,
we could do that.
I can do that.
Yeah.
I couldn't help. I couldn't help myself. I just had to get to the next episode. It is so compelling.
Amazing.
All right, let's get back to our list. We have cool things to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I love this topic of, is it really that it's thinner, or is it maybe a little bit of all of it? I think if we say there's science, there has to be science, because if we're seeking it, it has to be there. So it'd be interesting to know exactly what it is. I find that fascinating.
It's a very good topic of reflection and multifaceted for all things. I love it.
Yes.
I'm adding that to the list.
Yeah.
The master list. Yes.
So I know that we want to save some time to offer up some spirit messages, and there might be an announcement or something. And there might be like a little announcement or something. I don't know. Yeah.
I like it. I like it. Love it.
Hold on, I'm writing this last thing down.
I'm looking at all your lovely notes too, Michelle. So.
Yes.
In our minds.
I love it.
That'd be a great topic.
There's many topics.
So many. Endless.
What are you talking about? Yes, I know what you're talking about. What?
I was saying I was saying telepathy tapes is a podcast.
I know.
It is a podcast. Yeah.
Oh, Tammy's like, and it is so.
Yeah, and it is so. Yeah, we do. California would be really fun to do a gig.
That would be fun to do a gig. Tammy, you should get on that.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Yes, I have no idea what you're talking about. What?
No idea what you're talking about. I gotta close the door again. That's a good distraction. Here you go. I got dogs coming in. And I live in an old house where the door gets moved very easily.
So should we talk about, what should we talk about next?
I don't know. What do you think, Michelle?
Oh, Michelle.
Really, you made the list, and we're just here. I'm here for the list.
We're rolling up.
Are we going to go ahead and talk about the thing that we have
planned?
And then finish with some spirit messages?
Yeah.
Let's do some spirit messages.
You think spirit messages next?
I love spirit messages next.
I know, but listen, Carey could be like, okay, you said 3 sentences. Let's do messages. That's Carey. That's Carey. She's like, are we done talking yet?
For anything. You know me, I'm a Libra. I'm always up for anything. What are we doing? That's all.
Do we want to talk about our upcoming thing?
Yes, we should.
Okay.
Since we did tease it out.
We should.
I think so.
What is our thing? Well, let's talk about it.
it.
Okay, Michelle, we're going to have you do the announcement.
I'm doing the announcement?
Yes.
I can do the announcement.
Okay, do the announcement.
Lorenda's doing
Lorenda, do the announcement, Queen.
Yes.
I didn't practice any fanfare. Hold on. Should I add fanfare to it?
Everybody do a wave.
Hear ye, hear ye. That's funny.
She get like, I just saw a vision of like a horn going.
Hear ye, hear ye. We have an announcement to make.
Yes.
So the three of us have decided to go ahead and come together, and we are putting together a podcast. Yay! And we will be, it will be launching in January if all goes well.
Yeah.
That's where we're at right now.
Yeah.
And that's it. And do we want to say, Carey, you should tell them what it's called.
Okay, so
the
name
word
of
meant,
the podcast, well, it was a spirit thing. The name of the podcast is called the Liminal Lounge. And it was just what Michelle was saying. The liminal space is the space that exists in the spirit world between the physical and then the spirit world. So it's the space in between. And we all feel as though, even though we are all mentors, we're all mediums, we're all teachers, but we are also students of spirit and consciousness and that space in between in the liminal space. And so we're holding space, of course, to share pearls of wisdom that we have, and we're going to have lots of that layered in as a foundation with the podcast so beautifully. And we're going to have guests that are going to inspire us and also all of you stretch our consciousness, and also so we can learn and grow and develop on this path as this continual evolution on this planet, connecting us closer to our divinity on Earth. There you go.
Love it.
I know. And I love it because it just kind of fell in a time where I was all obsessed with the word lounge because of the 1933 lounge here.
Yeah.
It was like a little restaurant. And I walked in, I felt like I went back in time. And then we had the liminal and the lounge. I'm like, okay, I'm going to be dressing like I'm in the 1930s throwback for all the podcasts. I'm just saying.
I'm going to wear a zoot suit and have cigars. That's Michelle and I. We're going to be zoot suit with cigars.
I like it. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. I'm in.
Yep.
No high heels for me and Michelle. I'm going barefoot, or I'm probably going to go with Birkenstocks. Let's be real.
And also, I think it'd be really fun when
boots, right, Michelle?
So when Carey comes back to Indiana, not if, when.
It'll be when.
We'll have to do.
I've already been thinking about it.
We'll have to do one of our broadcasts from the 1933 lounge. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Oh, that would be exciting.
Oh my God, that would be amazing. Right. Yeah, just when I'll come anytime.
And then another one from the Snug.
The Snug.
Oh my God, guys, I'm there. Listen.
Seriously. Oh my gosh, yes.
That would be so amazing.
Well, and the Snug is in Irvington, which is this cool little pocket in Indy, east side of Indy, that is a historic district, and it is haunted.
Oh, I'm so
being haunted, and it is.
I love it.
Like I've seen actual spirits walking
hello, walking
disappear.
Yeah. Yep.
I love that so much, and I love old places. You guys know that, and I love you too. So it's perfect.
And I haven't even told you yet, Carey, what we're doing over that next.
Oh my gosh!
I haven't even told you.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh man.
I also kind of want to talk about like the chemistry of the three of us. I think that will be fun because I mean, I know many people know about, but maybe not everybody knows.
Yeah.
You guys talk more about how you met and then a little bit, because I don't think everybody knows that here, right? How you guys met, and
how we're coming together.
Yeah, I would think that's a good, maybe a little, if you guys don't mind.
No, I don't. So I used to own a tap company, and I had been on spiritual,
not a brewery, but a
tap dance company. And I had been practicing as a medium for a while and developing, or not a medium. I wouldn't even call myself a medium. I was calling myself a psychic tarot reader, right? Mostly just tarot reader. And so I've been doing that and developing in that realm for a really long time. And Laura, Michelle's wife, joins my company after a really interesting series of events, by the way. Very fascinating series of events. She lands herself in my company, and which I've never done this before. I'd never done it since. But I was like, why don't we all just sit in a circle since it's the first day of the new year and we have some new people? Name where you're from, how, a little bit about your dancing background, and something interesting and fascinating. So everybody went around. We told our things. I was like, can I ride a motorcycle? That's always a great wow factor. And then one of my dancers says, I have a cool fact about Lorenda. She never talks about this. She's a psychic.
Wow.
And I was like, you're grounded. Shut up. Like, why? Like, this is not the space time. Okay, thank you. But then Laura came up. She goes, I know this is weird because it's like my first rehearsal, but have you ever heard of Camp Chesterfield? I'm like, I'm obsessed. I never get to go there because my classes, I can't, they're always at night. This is pre-COVID. So then Laura joins the company, and there was still a little bit of time, but then at a tap festival, Michelle and I are talking, and I was like, well, I get the tarot cards, and sometimes I know a grandmother's talking to me, like, so I just deliver the message, or I'm just talking, and I'm not really like, it's not me. And she's like, what do you think a medium is?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't see dead people. I said it with my whole chest. I don't see dead people. So I didn't think I was a medium. I thought you had to see dead people. She's like, that's not how that works. And so she goes, you're a medium. I'm like, oh. Yeah. So then I started turning my wheels started turning. I started looking at things differently from a different lens. So then Michelle, and then at one point I reached out to Michelle. I'm like, I need a mentor now.
And also, you forgot to mention that Laura and Michelle are married.
I know. I said that.
Did you say that? I was out of my body. Oh, my apologies.
Michelle's wife, Laura.
Okay,
I'll say it again. Michelle's wife, Laura.
Sorry,
Dr. Laura. So we had this weird connection through dance, and then COVID hit, and I'm like, well, I've got time.
A lot. So was that 2018 when you guys met?
2019 when we met.
Right.
When Laura joined the company, that was like in January, and then it was like that following August that we had that conversation in 2018 or 20. I forget, somewhere around there. But then Michelle recommended a really good mentor, Reverend Glenda, for me, and that's been craziness ever since. Now, fast forward to, I met Carey through a now former friend, but through a friend on TikTok. So I met in Carey and I don't know what it was. Like the first time we ever talked, we were planning an event with this mutual friend. And all of a sudden we're like, oh my God, we're best friends.
Yeah.
This is
and the other person fell away pretty quickly. So that was,
it was weird because once our relationship was kind of solid, that other person was like, she's throwing herself out the door. Let's be honest.
We don't throw people out unless,
okay, sometimes we do.
Actually, and she literally exercised herself out, if you know what I'm talking about. Just sorry.
So
a little salty. I shouldn't be.
So then now Michelle and I have been talking about doing something together for so long. We have a lot of the same teachers, a lot of the same stuff. And Michelle's just like phenomenal. And we just kept saying, we're supposed to do something together. We're supposed to do something together. And Carey and I have been doing stuff together. So then full circle moment, we were just back in August, and we ended up doing our Through the Veil event.
Yeah.
And it was such good chemistry. It was so amazing, the three of us.
So, and then even Laura coming into that space and doing the music with us. And anyway, I didn't mean to go all that up, but
I wanted you guys to talk. I wanted to
just kind of like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you all can feel free to contribute now. I've done my part.
No, that was it.
Well, I just felt like when the three of us came together for that, behind the veil, beyond the veil, it felt to me like we all knew without saying anything
100%.
I see. This is exactly where we're supposed to be right now.
100%.
And this is going to go somewhere. That's the feeling. Like my guides kept saying, yes, what you're feeling is real. You're supposed to be here with these ladies.
Yeah.
You're going to partner and support one another and help bring a lot of healing and comfort to people. And these are good people, right place, right time. And I really felt that very strongly.
Because honestly, too, isn't it true that both of you, that, all of us, or three of us, are workhorses and independent. Let's just say we could easily work ourselves to the ground, just to be honest. It's a Gen X thing, I think. But also, and I think what's so nice about the three of us being together is that it'll be lighter for each of us, and we can hold space for each other. So no one has to be doing it alone. And I think that's very important. And it's also it duplicates what we teach our students, which is self-care, as well as support with loving people. I think that's very important. And being able to be human and divine. So,
yes.
So I think all the things we've all done independently just makes us all better together. I think that's really special.
Well, and the fact that we all three connect to spirit and we have our own wheelhouse, like everything is so different, yet there's still that underlying common thread.
Oh, 100%.
And you know what I like about us is all three of us are willing to step back. Like tonight, I was like, listen, I'm along for the ride. I'm here for the merch. I don't know anything about Sawin outside of Outlander, the show.
And I love the teacher Michelle was like, I got an outline. I was like, girl, get the outline.
Yeah.
I know about Sawin and I know about Ancestors, but I don't have an outline. Not tonight. I taught my workshop last weekend, yo. And then I can throw it down, but I don't have an outline.
We're all three musical.
Because you're an educator. You're amazing.
That's true. And Michelle's an educator. She's a
years of that.
Years of
we love that.
Listen, she's a middle school teacher.
Listen,
because she can handle Carey and I. That's where we're at.
Yeah. Well, I think astrologically, I think we also are very complimentary of each other's energy because that's honestly so special. You know, fire and air, and then we'll have to look at the rest of our charts. I'll do that, ladies. You relax. All right. But then, you know,
looking forward to that.
Exactly. We'll definitely have some astrologers on the podcast. Listen. There's some goodies out there. We'll have some fun with them.
Yeah. Absolutely. And, I think all three of us are just really well connected in other areas. I think it's a perfect time for a podcast because people are right now. There's just a lot happening.
Yeah.
You know,
there's so much happening.
And I think if you can find a safe space, like once a week, just to listen to something that just gives you a little bit of hope and makes you feel like you just learned something cool. And also I feel like the three of us are also very much practical application. Yes, we can talk about all the woo stuff, but really what's in it for me as a person who is watching? What's in it for me? What am I getting out of it? Right. So I feel like the three of us are really good about just whittling it right down and going, okay, yeah, we're talking about all these things like Sawin and all this stuff, but
yeah, we could go on.
But how does that look to someone in their everyday world? How do we bring that? And I feel like the three of us as educators are really good about doing that.
It's true. You're going to get spirit coming in?
Yeah. That was rude.
Yeah, not to bash Outlander with Scottish witches wouldn't be singing in Latin. Yeah, there you go. Like F Latin, because you know where that comes from.
It's true.
Oh, it's truth.
True. It is true.
True.
Word.
The richness of topics, we're never going to run out of anything to.
I know.
It's going to be like literally a library worth years. That's what's great about it.
Yeah.
You know, so true.
Yep.
So I don't know so those of you watching, what cool, interesting topics
There's so many.
would you want to hear about? And we'll have to go back and watch these later.
Yeah. And feel free to put it in the list. I was like, start with the word esoteric and write down 500 things. Go. Michelle's job is literally going to be managing 2 7th graders
because I have years of practice, ladies.
Not a problem
for the challenge. No worries.
I know we weren't that bad when it comes down to like, okay, we have things to do.
No, Edgar Casey. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Cause I can do Edgar Casey things.
Yeah.
I do.
You're amazing. Are you kidding me? You're amazing. I just stand back and just watch it like in awe.
I love that. I love doing that work.
Oh my God.
So it's so easy for me now because I'll be like, I don't have to think about anything. I'll be back here in my beach house in my mind.
Yeah.
And let everything else just go. It's amazing.
Channeling him would be amazing.
Oh yeah. I could do that. We already channeled Dolores Cannon.
Mm-hmm. Different gods and goddesses and faith spirits. Here for that.
Yes.
True.
Yeah.
I'm a wild card nurse, so you're probably looking for feedback from others.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, list it all because we're going to interview them. I'm really into it. I think we're all students. That's what is also going to be so great about it, is that we're going to be learning.
We're all open to learn in the moment, in real time. And all three of us, I fully believe, okay, I will say Michelle's a lot more organized than I am, but I fully believe in probably the biggest compliment I got from Tammy, she's watching actually, is that when I teach, my deal is I will teach as long as I can step aside and continue learning as I teach.
Oh, 100%.
Meaning I have to be spirit led. I can do my list of things all the time. Like I'll still go in prepared. I'll go in with some notes and topics and stuff, but I am not about that deep dive. I just go in and I let spirit me, because I'm teaching others, but I'm actually just being the conduit.
Yeah, so you're channeling.
And
ley lines would be. I have somebody for ley lines.
Ley lines would be
for that.
Ley lines, yes.
Going back to Outlander.
Right.
That's the whole thing in Outlander.
Like healing energy grids, ley lines.
Yeah.
I would love to watch that. I'll just sit back and.
Same.
I got. Oh my God. There's many. That'll be great too, because on the podcast we'll definitely have a place, and we want you guys to give feedback on the podcast shown us, so you can tell us to portals and places you visited with or heard about them. Yeah, 100%. Yep. And there's some great people who really focus on that, and a lot of people do healing work around those grids, which is also very fascinating. Yep.
That's funny.
I love that. I like to believe that when I do my past life regression, when I'm in hypnosis, I'm going through portals.
Astrocartography.
Ooh.
I have somebody for that.
QHHT. I got QHHT.
Got that sorted. Yep. Yeah. Astrocartography is fascinating. We can do things like like human design, different types of shamanism.
Oh yeah, we know all kinds of people that do
healing modalities.
Ooh, you know who would be awesome to get on the podcast if I can talk her into it?
Yeah.
Debbie Loshbaugh.
Oh my God. I wonder if she would. She probably would. Past lives an easy one. Not because we're so obsessed with them.
We are obsessed with them. Yeah. Because Carey and I are both QHHT and BQH certified. So
oh dude, you know what we need to do? We need to regress. We need to regress like you or Michelle or me on the freaking podcast. That's what we're gonna do.
Liminal Lounge.
Shamanism is huge, and there's different types of shamanism. I want to interview some people that we don't go into. I'd like to interview some people that are Orishas that do the African religions. I would love to learn about that. I'd love to learn about indigenous practices, just out of respect, not for in any way trying to duplicate, but out of reverence and respect and honor.
And I think if we come from an educational point of view.
Oh no, you want to shine light on all those, right?
Life path number, karmic deck numbers. Ooh, I love numerology.
I'm here for the karmic anything. I'm here.
It's endless.
It really is. That's what's so great about it.
Now, we know people.
We know. I would definitely. We would do some good homework on that, because we know people that know people. It would be also really interesting to do people that really specialize in their practice for many, many generations. Would be fascinating in different, folk magic or oh God, there's just so many. There's so many. Wow.
Yeah.
Then we have to narrow it down, because then we have to find time to actually record these.
Well, we'll have 5 years worth of ideas. And by that time, then wouldn't it be fascinating to interview the people who did the telepathy tapes? We probably could.
It is so.
It is so.
Just like I'm going to be famous. It is so. I am famous.
You are famous.
We have interviewed the telepathy.
That's right. It is so.
I just want to be famous by proxy, because I don't want to be. I have too much Scorpio. I don't want to be famous.
Listen, I'm
I like my anonymity. I like to work in the shadows, if you know what I mean.
yeah, no, Michelle and I are like, hello, fire signs.
I know, right?
I'm like, I'm good with it being, well, it's by proxy, as long as it would never be just me, I'd be fine with that. Again,
so yeah, Cheryl Ann, it would be very interesting to revisit past lives when you were not a human. I've actually had a number of clients who've experienced that.
I have experienced that.
Okay, you have as well.
Yeah.
And are they past lives or are they future lives?
They're future. And they're also at the same time, there's so many parallels to this moment. I think we talked about that.
We did. Remember that time on our last channeling experiment that you didn't you bring your alchemist through, which is actually a future version of you that's an actual
one of them, and then another one who we haven't channeled him yet. But that's when I was regressed during my training. And the basic story is simply in 2020, I had a lot of activity, like many of us did, with more spirits than I normally do that aren't on necessarily my list. And I met with an extraterrestrial interdimensional being, huge blue being. And I felt like he felt like my brother. And there was a lot of things that happened. I'll save it for the podcast. Anyway, I totally forgot about the connection, not because he wasn't amazing, but because I work more with earth, spirits and my own spirits, et cetera, mediumship. But then I was doing a regression when I was being trained when I was being regressed. And I realized as I'm being regressed, I went, oh my God, I'm in a blue body. Oh my God, I'm him. And then I was on the planet. It was one of the most clairvoyantly visual things around of an experience. And also it paralleled so many things that are going on right now on Earth, but more on a galactic level. And actually another thing I'm doing right now, in my studies, is I'm going to work with a woman who I have so much great respect for. She's British. She is an Akashic Records mentor, and I really, really respect her tremendously.
Records.
Yeah, because it's my niche. And she works a lot. She has a whole portion of her training where she does helps people connect. She understands the galactic aspect, but she's the only one I respect and trust to give me that information, because everybody else I'm like, oh, what are you talking about? How they present it. I'm like, how do you know that? How can you just make these assumptions? She's so much more it's one of the most, I'd say, well sort of established Akashic Records practitioner, and she's very logical and just has this incredible background. So I'm going to do some training with her, and so I'll be able to talk about that more.
Nice.
Good stuff.
Anyway, I digress. There's that.
So we got a few things happening. World Sound Healing Day. That'd be a good one. Especially since that's Michelle's wheelhouse right there.
Yeah.
I'm just in it for the vibes. I'm like, just play those sound modes.
Yeah, you're all like, what am I doing?
Just feeling the vibe.
Yes.
Have you ever noticed that Carey and I just sing through everything?
We kind of do.
I find you both to be very entertaining.
Oh, I'm sure most people do.
Yes. Sometimes I just catch myself sitting back like,
oh my God, you're like amateurs.
No.
I'm kidding. I know we fill in between the cracks. That's me and Lorenda. And also, Michelle, it's so funny. And you were there because we were all in person together, which I'm so happy about that. And then, I remember we were in Camp Chesterfield, and then we were being assigned. We've already talked about this, and we wanted to work together. And the teacher looked at us and went, "Nope."
No, it was
so for the trance weekend you're talking.
The trance weekend. We wanted to work together. When do we ever get to do that? Never.
Charles.
Yeah.
Charles. Before we were like,
he said, partner up when we go.
And he said,
no.
That's a hard pass.
That's great.
You're like, that's a chemistry experiment, and we're not willing to take that chance.
Too funny.
All of us in Camp Chesterfield, I'm certain that I have been there before. Ooh, yeah. All that can be explored. So even just through hypnosis like that.
Yeah.
That's something we can do, just like with spirit messages, hint, when we can do, we can either pull in what comes in organically and explore that, or you can pinpoint it.
Right. That's exciting.
And I know as a practitioner, I've done both. So you really can do both. Yeah, Charles. Yeah, he thought he was being funny.
He's salty. He just looked at us like,
He's like, no, you can't. You can't do that.
All the rules. We wouldn't want to disappoint Glenda. You know how that goes. So
I think we're all slightly terrified.
Yeah, we're a little terrified.
Like, okay. We behaved. It was fine.
Thanks, Jessie.
And oh yes, Jessie. Thank you, Jessie. So do we want to do a little spirit? I know we're up.
Sure, yeah.
If you guys are up for it, I'm up. I'm all buzzy. I think I've been buzzy. My ears have been ringing.
Just whatever you want. Jump in.
Around for it. All right. So how do we want to do this? I keep forgetting I'm not on TikTok, so it's a very different.
Yeah.
Carey and I if you ever watch us on TikTok, friends, Carey and I are very different animals on TikTok.
Animals is a good word.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a whole different energy on Thursday mornings. Well, plus I'm jacked up on Celsius. So, and I got all I still have a crown on, but I'm a one-woman show on that. So I got to talk the whole time. And same thing. So now it's kind of cool. Anyway. So what are your thoughts? Okay. So do we want to, because when the three of us did Through the Veil, we did different demonstrations of mediumship. And that, Amy says, can you all three pull spirit like you did?
Oh yeah. Whatever the ladies want, I'm down for it.
So I'm wondering, Michelle, are you already getting something? Because you're like,
Michelle's in her zone. I see her.
I don't
her
care.
eyes.
I don't care how we do it. Yes, I feel like I'm getting something.
I know. So it's like,
you're watching. We already.
We're like, we could
what
see
is it, psychic or something? How do you know this?
Weird.
I saw your eyes slightly drifting.
Oh yeah, I'm getting altered. Like I'm having a hard time staying present.
We're here. Listen, we're here. Whatever you get.
Okay. Do you want me to tell you what I'm seeing?
Yes, and then you don't do that, and then
I'm getting physical. So just you go, girly girl.
And we'll see if we can do a little linking with you, whatever you bring in, and then
maybe those out there can claim
and respond.
Yeah, that would be great.
All right, so listen. Here's the rule. Let me lay ground rules while you connect.
Yes, please.
Here's the ground rule. So if you feel like you have 100, my rule is 100% of the evidence makes sense to you. Let's pick an emoji to drop or a word to drop if you don't have any emojis, if you're on your computer. Let's do,
pumpkin.
Yes. Perfect. I started saying,
I should say jack-o'-lantern.
We'll do a little jack-o'-lantern. If you can take 100% of whatever the evidence is. So my point is, if she hasn't said anything and you're dropping jack-o'-lanterns, you're going to get called out. You're getting called out.
They may be psychic too. No.
Okay.
All right.
And then Carey and I are going to join in as we go.
Okay.
That sounds beautiful. I love linking, so I'm totally good with that.
Me too.
Yeah. I love it. Thank you. Right. Okay. All right. So the first thing I'm feeling here, I'm connecting with energetically. I feel her presence. There's a woman here with me, a lady who feels like family. And I heard her say, I lived in the greater Indianapolis area. So she's from like central Indiana is what I'm getting here. I'm also impressed to say that she would have made her transition younger than would be expected. And I'm getting kind of a strong, kind of like a tomboyish vibe with her. I'm trying to see her more clearly. This is what's really crazy, you guys. I keep trying to see her. And in my mind's eye, my guides are showing me, do you remember the actress or actor, Christy McNichol?
Oh, I was obsessed with her.
Yes.
She was my best friend. She just didn't know it. Just saying.
Absolutely, mine too. Oh, that's how we're connected, right?
That's how we,
That's how we know. But in the movie, the show was like Family, right?
Oh,
that's
my
the name
God.
of it. You remember that?
Yes.
Okay. So I feel like that I'm being shown that because this woman that's coming through, there's some sort of connection with these names, like either Christy or let's see, on the show, it was the Lawrence family. So maybe something to do with Lawrence. it could even be the Lawrence area in Indianapolis, or maybe what they called her, a nickname on that show. It was like Buddy or something like that. So I feel like there's that kind of a connection here coming through as well. Okay, so I want to see if there are any pumpkins or if you guys have anything more, but that's what I'm getting so far with her. Wait.
Anyone able to take that? Okay, if not 100%, 80%. 80%. Ringing a bell.
80%.
Feeling like you could. I felt her right away.
Yeah,
she's real close.
Easy to connect with. Yeah,
she's real close. Yeah.
I also feel like there's an R name connected here. This is either their name or someone very close. R. I'm hearing like it's 2 syllables R, like Reggie, Randy, something like that. Those 2 thing. And I'm also getting a lot of physical things. I feel like this person, more than likely, whatever happened to them was very much connected to like the abdomen, the stomach, and this sort of like was rampant in their body, ravaged their body. Feels a lot like probably cancer or something very like that was a highly invasive. Because as soon as you started connecting, Michelle, I was feeling like my stomach, my joints, it just spread.
And it took her younger than what you would expect someone to be making a transition. I'm really getting like a nickname was associated with her. Like people called her something like Buddy. And she really is reminding me of that character on that show. The more I'm connecting with her, like
Tracy did a pumpkin in there too. So maybe we can find out how that connects.
Awesome. Oh, there's pumpkins here. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we've got Donna, Tracy,
SCD is Stephanie. Who are you guys feeling drawn to there with her?
Oh wow.
I'm actually feeling drawn to Tracy Lawrence because the family's name on that show, the last name was Lawrence.
Oh, you said that.
Yes, it was Lawrence.
Right. I actually literally wrote that down.
Okay, yeah, Tracy Lawrence. Here's what I'm seeing as I connect with this lovely woman. I see her walking on this gravel road, and there are these beautiful trees on either side, and her back is to me, so she's walking away, is what I'm seeing with her. I feel like it's this time of year because the leaves are turning on the trees in this vision. And it's like, it's a reminder to you, like this loving reminder to let things go, like to let go of the things that really just aren't serving you right now. This is the perfect time to do it. That's the feeling I'm getting, like walking away from something. It's time to walk away. The other thing I'm noticing on this road is there's no traffic. There are no other people. She's just kind of walking in solitude. I feel like that's part of it too. Like it's time to spend time alone in solitude, like just kind of detach a little bit. Take some of your own time, this going inward time.
Yep. Also feel like she's very big into the ancestry thing. She's telling me that. Like she would have either found that very fascinating, totally into that, kind of likes the witchy thing. I think she would be interested in that. That's what she's showing me. And just feels like a glint in her eye. Like she finds that fascinating, this,
Yeah. Yeah, she loves this going on right now.
Yeah, for sure. She's into the witchy shit.
Into it. Like, yeah.
She is highly into it.
Right. Like she was front and center. As soon as we started talking about messages, boom, she came.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Interesting.
I feel like she was young at heart. She died before her. I feel like it's that she really thought she would live a lot longer. So, and I mean, that's how I'm going to be at 75, 80. Like when I'm at my age, I'll be like, listen, I got 20 more good years here.
Yeah.
Also, probably, I feel like her hair, either she colored it. So, and it was like, and so it did not age her. Do you know what I'm saying?
She looked younger.
Right.
There's something about there's a youthfulness about her. There's a youthfulness about her that people didn't know she was her age, or there's something. I do feel that. And when I see her walking with either a cane or something, like mobility issues. My sign for mobility issues is a cane, but either a walker. There's something that she needed assistance, that she had a hard time standing up. She feels weak at the time of her passing. And
definitely
I keep hearing follow the yellow brick road. So I feel like there's some connection to either the name Dorothy or Wizard of Oz, or something about follow the yellow brick road, do, or that was her favorite movie. There's something with that.
Something with chewing. She had a very hard time with chewing.
And she was a horse of a different color. Bringing that up. I feel like she was just a very unique individual. Would that make sense to you, Tracy? That's the only drawback to this. I don't know that we can bring her up. But I feel like there is a way to do it. I just don't know how to do it.
I know.
I gotta
if we could bring them in, that would be cool.
Like a little box. Yeah.
Like we do on TikTok. And others.
Interesting.
And also my ear. She keeps talking like she's tickling my ear.
Unique.
Okay.
Does any of the physical, Tracy, evidence make sense about the health stuff, or what Lorenda was saying? The thing about stuff I was picking up on about things moving through her body and really kind of moving quickly. Does any of that make sense to you? Definitely stuff in the stomach and the chest for sure.
She keeps drawing my attention to my ears. Like that's where I'm feeling the pressure from hers. And
if I was getting like chewing, really like all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I was on a plane yesterday, so maybe that's it.
That could be some of it.
It could be. I tried mundane before magical.
That's smart. I mean,
No, it's different.
It's never that. You're a little tired, sure, but
right. All right, let's see what. Also, this is way slow compared to TikTok.
It is.
It feels really slow.
Because it's like 4 seconds behind. I'm kind of watching it on mine. I can kind of tell it's dragging a little.
I definitely feel that this person, that they're manifesting here because of the love that she shares with Tracy. So this is someone Tracy would know. This is someone that, they had that bond. And I think that she's just trying to give you perspective for peace, that just being able to letting go, making room for yourself, like for your own well-being, letting go of some obligations even is kind of a feeling I'm getting with it.
The stomach, yes. The road, walking with no one around, Michelle. She's just not sure about the yellow brick road.
And that could be, like you said, that could be reference to where, because what my mind took me to was like, my obvious one is always like the name Dorothy, but then also like it took me down to that, but it's a horse of a different color. That's where the yellow brick road took me, was that horse of a different color. Which
and there is the reference to walking on a road, that that tracks.
Yeah,
beautiful. Okay, well, should
I'm checking. I'm tuning in to see if there's any other messages.
It's very good.
So much love to Tracy and this dear one.
Thank you, Tracy, for letting us connect with her.
Mm-hmm.
We also just ask about the name because I really want to say what Michelle was picking up on, or the 2-syllable, or maybe a nickname. Does that track for you or for her? She always took you places. Yeah.
Sweet.
She was an ageless person, Lorenda. I'm getting
Charlotte. I'm hearing Charlotte, something about the CH name. Charlene or Cheryl, like a but like went by Char, or Charlotte went by Char. You see what I mean? Like
yeah, I'll be.
And you still have a shirt of hers.
The name is Jay. Okay.
When 3 mediums get it wrong.
I know. Oh, yeah.
But it's going to be someone. So I'm not, you know what I mean? She'll go, oh yeah, by the way, my grandma's name is Robbie or whatever.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's how it goes.
It's the way it goes. I can take the R for someone else.
Yeah. So it could be someone close around her, to her. Yeah. Same with the name Charlotte or Char or a CH Char name. That would be that person.
Yeah. Ooh.
Someone close to them.
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting something else, Michelle?
Well, I'm thinking that she called Tracy Buddy, or like Tracy was like
right. There's a nickname there.
Yeah, there's a nickname. There's some kind of nickname like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
2 syllables was her, and we called her. It's coming. Drum roll. I should say sound bowl roll.
Yeah. There we go.
Yes. 2 syllables, what we called her. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Beautiful.
Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you so much thank you for allowing us.
Yeah, thanks for letting us bring her through.
Annie or Annie?
Probably Annie.
Mm-hmm. That's such a cute name. I love that name.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for sharing her with us.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Woo!
And my ears are hot, like actually hot. So again, either airplane or hot flash or
well, I kind of something going on up there. So
yeah, this is wild. And the veil is thinning.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say it in my mysterious voice.
I'm getting someone.
You're welcome, Tracy.
Okay.
Go for it.
Oh, I'm getting someone named Papa. He's like, I'm Papa. It feels to me like this is definitely like grandpa on the dad's side, or it could be father as well, 2 grandchildren. Papa is his name. I feel like I'm seeing he's definitely very thin on the top. He would have definitely had a little bit of a pot belly. And I'm seeing him wearing like long sleeve plaid shirt, a lighter plaid shirt for sure. I feel like he wore a watch on the left side. And you would kind of hear it because sometimes it would jingle, sometimes like that. He's talking to me about the left foot, something with a left foot. I feel like this is connected to him. This was either an injury or something that could have happened. And his eyes were definitely like strained. I think he could have had glaucoma. And then I'm hearing the words rich. Feels like it could be Rich or Richard. Wow, he's coming in with purpose. Like he is purposefully coming in, connecting to his. I'm also hearing the word bunny. He's like, da, 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 da. Here's 500 thing. So I'm hearing the word bunny. I'm going to let you guys just. You're welcome. There you go.
I noticed Sierra Brown. It looks like she's dropped a pumpkin there.
Okay. And then Cheryl Ann said pumpkin.
Cheryl, yeah. Oh, pumpkin, right.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Good. Okay. Lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Cheryl Ann Pumpkin. We love you, Cheryl Ann. Pumpkin.
Yes, pumpkin. It's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Definitely, as I connect here with you, he feels very fatherly.
Yeah.
Right. Definitely.
And would have had hearing issues because he going back to my ears, drawing attention to my ears, so that hearing issues or something about, or maybe that's how he comes to you is like, or maybe you're clairaudient. Like my ears are on fire right now.
Interesting. When Carey, when you said something about 2 grandchildren, that really resonated like when you said that, like I got the goosebumps.
Grandchildren are a big,
grandchildren, and there's something about 2, maybe even 1 on the way, but definitely the 2.
And then the left foot. Yeah, left. Definitely something with someone's left foot, left ankle. Did you get that, Lorenda?
No.
Oh, I thought like put your foot up. I mean, your foot up. Put your foot up.
Yeah, no. Actually, yeah.
Isn't that weird that I said that though? Because Lorenda's a tapper. So
true.
Yeah,
it almost. Do you feel like the foot? It almost. It's like it's the entire left leg almost. Like
100%.
Yes.
Like I'm feeling it clear up in the
thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I am drawn to Cheryl-Ann.
Yeah.
So I feel like he comes through to you clairaudiently, or to others, and he's also been working with your clairaudience, but in fine tuning it. I feel like you're starting to hear other frequencies. He's talking about adjusting your vibration to feel different frequencies throughout your training. He's been changing your he's been helping. He's almost not alchemist, but I feel like he's stepping in as part of your spirit team now, even though he was alive here. He's coming in to help orchestrate, knowing you the way he did. There's something about him helping your guides do something different. There's something about him interacting with your guides and helping to either draw your attention to new ways of connecting. Also, did you just go through? Were you on the did you get ceremony this weekend, or was that a different weekend? Did you celebrate this last weekend, Cheryl-Ann? I think they're
probably writing out a dissertation to put it in.
And we'll take it.
We will take it. She's like, let me give you 300 pieces of validating evidence on that one, or what the no is.
I feel like Cheryl-Ann was like,
here we go.
My daughter called Papa.
2 children when my dad passed. My dad is in my outer band guides. He also wore flannel all the time. Yes, spiritually. Don't you love a medium?
Yeah.
You know
how to do that.
Deliver it to you, sandwich and a smile. Okay.
All right,
thank you.
So thank you for that validation. He is currently talking about there's some new modality that you're working on, a new way of receiving information that he's helping you. And I remember when I first started tapping into clairaudience, this is what would happen is my ears would burn. So I feel like, and I was like, what is happening? I don't like this, but I mean, if you want to talk to me, that's cool. But there's something about you seeing things different, and it might be seeing. Are you seeing spirits? Are you out of like? I feel like there's something about you seeing. Seeing. Or it's like just a new Claire, a stronger Claire, like coming online. And one of the kids is a namesake. Is one of the kids okay, you've seen them in the past. But I feel like you're starting to see them more. Or he's saying, buckle up, Buttercup, because some more.
Yeah.
But one of the kids is a namesake, or there's something about one of the kids has a family name. And was his voice really deep or gruff? Not mean, but like deep or gruff. I'm literally hearing him right now. That's crazy.
Nice.
Okay, you're working on trance development. I know a really good teacher. Oh, wait. So do you. You're probably going to her. Okay, your brother's named after your father. Okay. And
yes, deep voice.
Okay. Okay. And did he collect dragons or something to do with dragons? Was he into dragons or dragon lore? There's something about, or do you have something of his that's dragon related? because he's been kind of drawing my attention to all these little dragon things that I have sitting around. No, drag racing.
Oh my!
I always get the car people.
That's cool.
I get the car people.
That's cool.
I love it. Okay.
Yeah.
I always get the car guys and the motorcycle guys. Well, what's interesting is I saw a leather jacket with a dragon on it. I was like, I wonder if he's in a motorcycle. But
I love how he got the analogy of how he took that word and then brought it. I love that.
Honestly, he could have just shown me a drag car racing.
Like I love that. He's like, and then just cut off the ON at the end. You know, does the left leg make sense? That thing about Michelle and I keep getting brought to that over and over and over again. Oh, you said the watch. My dad had a pocket watch and a very good watch for my mother. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That makes sense. That was very.
Was the pocket watch a Swiss? Was it made in Switzerland? Because I got that when she mentioned that earlier and I wrote it down.
That he did wear it on his left wrist. Yeah.
So that's a Swiss watch or made in Switzerland or something. Like it was a really nice timepiece.
Yeah.
He's just like a little chatty Cathy over here.
Very chatty. Very, very good telepathic.
Okay. Spine and legs. That makes sense.
And problems with his spine and legs because Michelle and I were getting that. Yeah.
Well,
okay.
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for that, Cheryl.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you for.
He's very witty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And did he race out in Putnam County by chance? Or out like west? Okay.
Watch. Yeah.
He raced here in Indiana, I bet, didn't he? Of course, we're like a racing capital of the world.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. You are that.
Putnam County is west of Indianapolis.
They're from New Jersey.
Oh, but we're the racing capital. So there's something about Putnam. I kept hearing Putnam or Putnam County, and there's like a drag strip out there, I want to say, or close out there. But Putnam, like I look around and see if they're in New Jersey or in that, if there is he came to Indy once for a funeral. That is it.
Interesting.
I wonder what that analogy is, because I know Putnam County for it's like some racing going on out there. Racing.
That's it. It's about racing. It's about slowing down, getting out of the race, getting out of the idea of going in the circles, just feeling like you're just going in circles.
And stress, for sure.
Yeah, he's coming in strong, and I feel like he comes in pretty regularly for you. He seems to be a strong presence in your life for sure. And yeah, I think he's just coming in to reconfirm to you that this new modality, this thing that you're doing is the right thing to be doing. And he's saying, kind of get out of your own way, because you tend to overanalyze and overthink. And with trance, I can tell you right now, with trance, you cannot overanalyze or think about it. You just got to let it be.
Yeah.
Oh, well, see. We're not telling you about it.
I tell you the same thing over and over. You're doing too much.
Yeah.
I never get that message myself.
No, never.
Every time.
Yes.
Every time.
Yeah.
Listen, it's so bad that Carey calls me and she'll be like, listen, Dr. Mike was over here yelling at you.
Giants are talking to me, Lorenda.
Because you're not listening. So, well, thank you, Sherilyn, for letting us.
Sherilyn, that was lovely.
And share the energy between the world.
Papa.
Yeah, I got to get out of your way. Get out of that way.
There's a road course in New Jersey.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Hey, thanks, Jen.
God.
Cool.
Cheryl's like, wow, yeah, that's amazing.
I like how we have people in the watching that are like
they're going and looking.
I know. Thank you.
Thanks for looking that up, Jen.
I love that.
I love that. All right.
I do too.
It's 11 o'clock.
You guys are late birds. And
Normally a late night.
so much fun. We could go for hours again.
You're welcome, Cheryl-Ann.
Yeah, we'll be doing this again.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Keep an ear out for the Liminal Lounge. And now, Carey, you and I, we have a thing coming up again soon.
We do. Is it Sunday? Are we doing? No, not.
It's like in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because this is the. I'm doing a big event. I did a mediumship event on Saturday. I'll tell you guys later. It's in this really cool building in Portland. I'm doing another one this weekend. Yeah. You're
gonna have to like fill me in tomorrow on our time together. November 9th. Michelle, what do you have coming up? Tell the people where they can find you.
I'll be teaching Natural Law 2 for Camp Chesterfield College online, distance learning. That's coming up.
That's exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. And I think I'm going to be working at Camp Online Service coming up here pretty soon.
Nice.
So, cool. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
And then you have your ongoing development.
Mm-hmm. I have a couple of development circles. We meet mostly online. Yeah. It's fun.
Thank you.
Very cool. How about you, Carey? What do you have?
Okay. So, well, couple things right now. So for this year, I'll say I'm doing, of course, private sessions, what you would imagine, past life regression, Akashic Records work, and also private mediumship and readings. I have just a few spaces left for one-on-one. I do one-on-one mentorship for psychic development and energy healing. Not so much for mediumship in that forum, because I like to do that with groups. And then I also I would really recommend, because in my membership, which is a spiritual development membership for a lot of things, that's got a lot of richness and wonderful things in there. And there's some development in there, but there's also every month we have a theme that's very connected in with like reclaiming like these kind of practices we're talking about, earth-based spiritual practices, connecting with goddesses, ancestors, plant spirits, keep going. So it's great. I'm very proud of it. And the curriculum for next year is going to be off the chain. I'm really excited. I'm kind of making new enrichments. So that's what's going on right at the moment.
Carey always has some cool things going on.
Yes, astrology,
I love it. I love it. Mm-hmm. Let's see, what do I have going on? I'm teaching a Spirit Guides 101 class this Wednesday. It's Wednesday from 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is perfect for someone who just wants to like live their best life and be able to tap into their spirit guides and get to know their spirit guides, and the roles they play in your life, and then how to be able to identify and communicate with them. Yeah. It's a basic crash course. I give things like how to identify them, how to pull them closer, how to communicate with them in like what you're learning from them, what they're learning from you. And then how to start going forward, I'll give you tools to go forward, because it's not an ongoing class. It's just a one-off workshop. And then I do an all-level spiritual development class.
What day of the week is that?
It's on Wednesdays. It's the only night that I don't teach. Yes. So Wednesday nights from 7 to 9, but it's only 2 Wednesdays a month. And then I think I'm going to be doing another trance class, because that was fan-freaking-tastic for me as a teacher as well as the students. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing that again probably after the first of the year. I'll do another one of those workshops.
I'm so excited. That's amazing.
So I feel like we and of course all three of us are available for one-on-one readings, private readings. Check out all our websites and all the good things. Yeah. And on the replay, what we'll do is I'll go through and put everybody's
links and stuff.
And all that. So if you guys want to look anybody up, I know right now I've got a coupon for 15% off a reading. There's a few other services in there that I'm offering their coupon for. The coupon's only good this week. You can pay for it this week and book it later.
Exactly.
But it's I don't really run coupons very often, like twice a year maybe.
Yeah.
If you're lucky. And even then it doesn't cover everything, because I'm bougie.
Yeah, bougie like that. I know. I just finished running a special, which was It's 2-part session. One is the Akashic Records reading, which is 60 to 90 minutes. And then the second one is a past life regression, which I never do that. And was 30% off. So I don't have that live. If you're interested, you'd have to message me.
Girl, sign me up.
I know. Well, you don't have to ever pay for anything in your whole life. Why are you saying that?
Tuesdays. We just do Tuesdays.
I was like, Tuesday. Here we go.
So, all right. Anything else from you guys? Yeah, I'm sorry that you missed the Sawin conversation. We did that like the first hour and a half.
Oh, hi, Angie. This is Angie. I see Butterfly. She's my friend. You have. She's a wonderful psychic and a tarot reader. She's a beautiful soul.
I love that.
Tarot, she's a wonderful person.
I love it. So if you guys missed any of it, because life happens, life is lifing, go back and watch the recording of it, and keep an eye out. Make sure you're following all of us on the socials. I know Michelle's going to get there. We're getting her there.
That's easy.
We're getting her there.
Easy part, setting up your YouTube.
Okay. But if you guys do TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, any of that, Carey and I are very, very present on other things, and regularly do readings. The Crowned Medium, Thursdays, 10 a.m. to noon. Yeah.
I have my live shows Fridays at 5. Oh, I have to say, you know what? You're going to have to come over. Are you busy Friday night, Lorenda?
That's Halloween.
I don't know. It's Halloween.
It is Halloween.
Yes, I dress up. I answer the door in full character.
Okay, well, if you want to drop in, because I got invited to go over and hang out at Nick's thing, because I usually go live on that night. So if you want to have
let me know what time, because I can
just come in and rage on, and you have to do anything fancy.
I can do that while sharing children.
That's what I'm saying. She would love that. It's kind of like a free for all party, I think. Kind of all that.
I'm in.
I'm like, yeah. I don't want to say I'll be having any libations, but there could be a thing.
I will be.
Pumpkin juice. I'm having pumpkin juice from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right.
That's
it. This was so fun.
I know, it was so fun. All right. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you guys, everyone. Thank you, Michelle. It was amazing. So excited about our podcast.
Same.
Yay!
Liminal Lounge.
Liminal Lounge. I feel the expansion occurring of the liminal space of that. It's very, what it feels like in the energy of that is very time bendy.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Mm-hmm. It just feels like time bendy.
I love it. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and close out this.
So I'm going to go. Okay. Love you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Later.
Later.